Am I the a-hole for telling my sister that at least my kids talk to me? I'm 39 female and my stepdaughter Zoe turned 18 last Friday. It's been a tradition in my family to give the oldest daughters on their 18th birthday a necklace that my great-great-grandma had. Since I consider Zoe my daughter and she's my oldest, I thought I would continue the tradition with her. This meant a lot to Zoe, and we shared a really deep and meaningful hug, where she told me how grateful she was to have me as a mom. Hearing this made me so happy. During her birthday dinner, my sister Grace, 34, came over. She sat down with us out back and asked what we got Zoe for her birthday. I told her about gifting Zoe the necklace and she made a face. She said that I would have gifted the necklace to my daughter Nina, 5, when she turns 18. I asked her why she thought that, and Grace told me point blank that Zoe wasn't biologically my daughter, so I shouldn't give her the necklace. I have to be honest, this ticked me off, and I wanted nothing then but to yell and scream at her in this moment, but I stayed calm. I told her that I considered Zoe my daughter, and since she was my oldest child, the necklace was rightfully hers now. Grace told me that the necklace belongs to our family, and Zoe wasn't biologically related to us, so the necklace shouldn't go to her. She continued by saying that I should get it back and wait until Nina comes to age to give it to my real child. I snapped and said that Zoe is my real child, and if she couldn't see or respect that, then she can leave. Grace threw a fit telling me that I was wrong for kicking her out over a child who isn't even mine. I'll admit that I hit a low blow and said, at least my kids still talk to me. It was wrong and I regretted it immediately. But she was being extremely disrespectful by telling me that Zoe wasn't my daughter. After that, she packed up her things and left. It's been a week and I have been getting calls from both my mother and aunt telling me that I was wrong for what I said. My dad and husband are on my side, but I'm still feeling guilty. So was I wrong for what I said to my sister? Edit to add, I have been seeing a few people ask and I'm just going to answer here. I have been in Zoe's life since she was 4 years old, and I officially adopted her at 6 years old. I should have said that when I was making the post, but I wanted to focus on the question at hand and didn't want to add too much or make it too long. As for why my sister's kids don't talk to her, it's because she was a pretty bad mom to them and was often very neglectful of them. Her now ex-husband has full custody over the kids, and they really don't want anything to do with her because of how she treated them when they were young. Her oldest is only 13, and the youngest is 6. Now for the top comments. Laughing at your sis. I was raised by a stepfather, and I had a very involved biological father. Currently, I am the stepfather to a little girl, she's almost 14 now, who has a very involved biological father. She is my daughter. Everything I have is hers. If I die tomorrow, she gets a chunk of everything I've ever built. A little while ago, she excitedly tried on and showed me her middle school graduation dress that her and her mother just bought today. If I had a family heirloom to give her, I would. Your sister is a B. Sounds like your sister's idea of family comes with a blood test and a legal disclaimer. Glad yours comes with love and heirlooms. Not the a-hole, but my brother gave his stepdaughter a ring that survived in my family for like 7 generations. Nothing fancy but super important. He and his wife split up, and now that ring is gone forever. No one in our family will ever hear the history or stories, so I get why your sister thinks the way she does. Not saying she went about it the right way, but from a family history standpoint. OP mentioned in the edit that she adopted her stepdaughter when she was 6. So if OP and her husband do split, the daughter is still part of the family. Yup, that's on your brother for not remaining in contact with his stepdaughter if he was with his wife for a significant time. You act like the brother had a choice. If the daughter wasn't adopted by him and she's a minor, he has no legal right to have contact with her, unless her mom allowed it. Next story. Am I the a-hole for going no contact with my infertile sister after having a kid and hers died? My sister went no contact with me and some of my siblings because she felt we were not being considerate of her miscarriages. Like, she would tell us not to go to baby showers that some of my siblings, her siblings-in-law had, etc. Long story short, she went no contact with me and my husband after having a baby and said the reason she wouldn't let me meet her kid was because I was not being sensitive enough. She would let everyone else meet her baby and not me, and would post it on social media to hurt me. She admitted this to our other sister who told me. I went no contact with her from my side and have been in no contact with her for a year now. I got pregnant shortly after, and as we have been no contact, I did not think she needed to know. Unfortunately, she lost her baby girl, and well, I gave birth to twins. My mother recently wrote to me and told me that I should let her meet my twins to bond with them, and she created a group chat where my sister then asked if she could have them once a week to establish a bond with them and take them out, etc. I feel bad for her, but I feel like my no contact was violated. I want to support her, but my husband and I don't want her near our kids. How do I best support her? Because I truly love her, but my husband and I don't want her in our lives. Are we the a-holes for not wanting her near our kids? Once a week is a really frequent, odd recurrence. She doesn't sound the most stable based on your description, so I personally wouldn't feel comfortable leaving my children alone with her, especially on a weekly basis. Maybe I watch too many telenovelas, but my brain instantly goes into her kidnapping your children or worse. Oh, don't worry about that. My husband thought so too. The thing is, we have already decided not to have her in our kids' lives, and this is a decision based on many other things too. I guess I'm just looking on advice on how to support her, while not having her have contact with my kids. I understand that you can't have both, and if going no contact means that, then I guess we will just have to do it. Again. Honestly, you can't support her. Not because you don't want to, but because it seems that she won't accept anything but access to your kids, if that makes sense. What she needs is therapy, if she isn't going already, but not your kids. This has given me all kinds of creepy vibes, like she would teach your kids to call her mama or something. I know, right? So she pushed you out of her life and told your other sister that she didn't want you meeting her kid, and now the two-faced hypocrite wants to be in your children's lives but still doesn't really want you? Nope. Ignore her and tell your mom to stop. Tell your sister to hold on to that no-contact order she created and leave you and your family alone. Thank you. I still want to support her, and by that, I mean maybe sending a message that makes it clear that she will not be having a relationship with my kids. But if she wants to talk, she can. Next story. Am I the a-hole for making my sister's gender reveal cake gray because she wouldn't tell me the gender? I 22 male bake as a hobby, and I'm actually pretty good at it. Like, I get paid under the table for wedding and baby showers kind of good. My sister is pregnant and wanted me to make the cake for her gender reveal. Cool, no problem. I asked her to send me the info so I could prep the inside. Classic pink or blue filling. She says, oh no, I want to be surprised too. Just make it neutral for the reveal and we'll all find out together. I was like, huh? So you want a gender reveal cake with no gender revealed? She says she'll have someone email the info to me later. That someone never did. Deadline comes, and I still have no gender. So I make the cake. It's gray inside, gray outside. Just full-on cement vibes. I even added little fondant clouds for effect. It still tasted great, but visually, grim as hell. The reveal day comes, they cut into it, and my sister looks angry. Her husband is confused. People start murmuring. Then she pulls me aside like, why would you make it gray? That's so passive-aggressive. Calmly reminded her that no one told me the gender. I literally had no data to work with. I told her I wasn't about to guess or go full improv on someone's baby cake. Now my mom says I embarrassed her in front of the family and that I should have tried harder. Tried harder to do what? Summon the gender through vibes? So, am I the a-hole for making the most neutral reveal cake in history? Edit. Nope, I wasn't paid. Now for the comments. I'm confused. Did you not take the opportunity to message as the date was coming closer to tell your sister, hey, I haven't gotten the info on the gender. Can you check on this? I actually did follow up, asked her a couple days before the reveal if the info had been sent, and she just said something like, yeah, someone's taking care of it. I figured it was handled. I didn't want to pester her since she seemed chill about it at the time. If she really wanted the gender in the cake, she could have double-checked too. I was relying on the system she set up, and it just didn't come through. You're the one making the cake. If you can't do it because you don't have the relevant information, that's on you. Be pushy or cancel the job. Come on now. At least you could have made the cake white instead of gray. That was passive-aggressive. You're the a-hole. So you told her when it was already too late to do anything about it? Yeah, man, you're the a-hole. Next story. Am I the a-hole for telling my sister her boyfriend hit on me and ruining their relationship? I'm 20 and my sister is 27. She's been seeing this guy who's 47, which is already weird to me. Like, there's a 20-year age gap. But whatever, it's her life. I've never liked him. He gives me the creeps with how he talks and the way he looks at people. But I've just kept quiet for the sake of keeping the peace, especially around family. I didn't want to cause tension or seem judgmental. A few weeks ago, we were at my mom's house for dinner. It was one of those casual family evenings. Nothing special, just food and catching up. At one point, I was in the kitchen alone, cleaning up a bit after dinner. Out of nowhere, he walks in and starts making small talk, which already made me a bit uncomfortable. Then, he said stuff like, "If I were younger," and "Don't tell your sister, but I've always thought you were stunning." He said it with this gross smile, like it was some kind of compliment. I was completely shocked and honestly felt sick. I didn't say much. I just told him to stop and walk straight out of the kitchen. I didn't want to make a scene in front of everyone, but I was really unsettled by it. At first, I didn't say anything to anyone. I thought maybe I should just let it go and avoid being around him, but it kept bugging me. The more I thought about it, the more wrong it felt to stay quiet. I mean, what if he said similar things to other women, or worse? So I told my sister. I didn't go in angry or dramatic. I was calm and respectful and told her exactly what happened because I thought she deserved to know what kind of person she was with. She completely flipped out. She said I must have taken it the wrong way, that he was just being friendly or joking, and then somehow she twisted it around and accused me of flirting with him. She said I was jealous and just wanted attention and was trying to ruin her relationship because I can't stand to see her happy. She hasn't spoken to me since. Not a single word. My mom believes me though. She was furious when I told her and has been completely on my side, which has helped a little, but it still sucks. Meanwhile, my sister is now telling everyone that I came on to him, that I tried to seduce her boyfriend, and that I made the whole thing up out of spite. It's humiliating. I've had people messaging me, asking what happened or trying to figure out who's lying. I want absolutely nothing to do with that man. He's nearly older than our dad, and just makes my skin crawl. He's manipulative and clearly knows how to twist things to make himself look innocent. I genuinely wasn't trying to cause drama. I kept it to myself for days before saying anything, but I just didn't feel right knowing what he said and pretending like it didn't happen. I would have felt worse staying quiet. Am I the a-hole? Edit. Just found out she blocked me on everything. Texts, socials, even my number. Not the a-hole. She's mad at the wrong person. Man's pushing 50 and trying to flirt with you behind her back. And somehow you're the problem? Nah. You did her a favor and she's too embarrassed to admit it. Let her defend her crusty old creep if she wants. You kept it real. She should have thanked you, not turned on you. Exactly this. She is trying to turn this around and be mad at the wrong person. Hopefully the sister pulls her head out of her butt. He's the one who's ruining their relationship. And by the way, you're probably not the only sweet young thing he's come on to recently. He probably does this regularly when your sis isn't around. It's probably a compulsive behavior. You did your sister a favor, though it may not seem like it right now. Not the a-hole. Thank you. That's what I've been trying to say to her. It's him ruining it. I only told her. Last story. Am I the a-hole for refusing to be in my sister's wedding after she uninvited my boyfriend? I, 24 female, have been with my boyfriend Ryan, 26, for almost 3 years now. We live together and have talked about marriage. My sister Jenna, 29 female, is getting married in 3 months to her fiancé Tom, 30 male. When she first got engaged last year, she asked me to be her maid of honor. I was so excited, and of course said yes. Ryan was also included in the original guest list, and save the dates went out 6 months ago with both our names. Last week, Jenna called me and awkwardly explained that Ryan was no longer invited to the wedding. I was completely shocked and asked her why. She said that Tom's cousin Megan had dated Ryan for about 2 months, like 5 years ago, before I even knew him. Apparently, Megan is still uncomfortable around Ryan, and Tom's family is pressuring them to uninvite him. I tried to reason with her, pointing out that it was a brief relationship from years ago and that Ryan and I are serious. I even offered to sit far from Megan during the ceremony and reception. But Jenna wouldn't budge and kept saying, "It's just one day and you'll still have fun without him." I was really upset and told her that if Ryan isn't welcome, then I don't want to be there either. She burst into tears and said I was ruining her wedding over some guy, and that is her sister. I should prioritize her. Our mom called me later saying I'm being selfish and that I should just do this for my sister. Ryan says he understands if I still want to be in the wedding, but honestly, I'm hurt that my long-term relationship is being disrespected like this. My friends are split, and some say I should just suck it up for my sister's sake. Others say she's being unreasonable. Am I the a-hole for refusing to be in my sister's wedding if my boyfriend isn't invited? Not the a-hole. As her sister, I should prioritize her. If that's true, ask her why she's prioritizing someone else's cousin over you, her sister. She's letting Megan ruin her wedding over some guy. Let's be honest, the sister needs to pull her head out of the sand. Call for a meeting between your sister and her fiancé. Ask them 2 questions. 1. If you were already married, would this cousin ask that you get a divorce as a condition for her attending the wedding? 2. If your husband was the boss of your soon-to-be brother-in-law, would your brother-in-law still have uninvited him after knowing he was the cousin's ex? In both situations, this crazy cousin would have been told to shut up and behave herself. She can do so now too. Not to mention your sister would probably throw a tantrum if you didn't invite her husband, aka long-term partner, to your wedding. It's not about having fun and being petty. It's about respect. Sister can make her decision, but she has to accept there will be consequences she will have to live with. Would she rather live with alienating her sister or her cousin-in-law? Not the a-hole. It's not you that is ruining her wedding. It's the a-hole cousin who had a very short-term relationship years ago with someone and can't get over herself that's ruining the wedding. Why isn't the cousin being told it's just some guy, it's just one day, and that she can still have fun with him there? That's the questions I would be asking to everyone.